Hi, Judith. Thank you so much for guesting here in GTV. So I've heard so much about your company. I've read like the brief and what you do and some things about your event. So maybe before we start, can you tell me more about yourself and what international property settlements is?
Sure. My name is Judith. I'm a chartered accountant, and we started international property settlements 12 years ago. We've assisted some 500 clients procure properties in Australia and in UK, and recently 120 clients in Portugal for the Portugal Golden Visa. And recently also we have assisted 3 clients in Spain investments for the Spain Golden Visa. We actually look at the investments, and our opinion on the investments is simple: whether for a home, a holiday home, children's accommodation, while they're studying abroad, residency, or a golden visa, the underlying investment should be a beneficial one in terms of location, capital appreciation, capital preservation, yield generating, and we hope to make money with our properties as well. We don't limit ourselves to a particular property or a developer option. Even we like to give our clients options, and we do due diligence on all the properties we promote, and we really treat each property as like an investment for diversification of funds. We work with our partners in Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia, Pakistan, and in Philippines. And in Philippines, our partner is Titan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw this poster about your event. And correct me if I'm wrong, you're in Manila right now, right, Judith?
We are, and we are in the Titan office at the
Yeah.
moment. It's great to have a more permanent location here. And some of our the Titan group are also Golden Visa holders, which is great.
Oh, wow, that's so nice. So that's your office already. So like people can just come in and then like book an appointment and talk to any one of your like account managers. Is that correct? Yeah.
That's right. Teresa and Claudine are here, and they've actually gone through the Golden Visa process, or are going through it. And we actually have lots of experience in processing client Golden Visas in terms of the paperwork and all that from the Philippines.
All right. Yeah, so you mentioned Titan Group. Maybe like share with me what Titan Group is so that our audiences will learn more about them.
Sure,
Sure.
sure. So that's me.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
My name is Claudine De Leon, and I represent Titan Golden Visa Consultancy Philippines. And what we are a 100% Filipino-owned company. Primarily, we offer residency options in Portugal, Spain, and quite recently, Australia, because of Judith's
Oh,
expertise in real estate there. The goal of the company is really, providing alternative residency options to Filipinos, not just in terms of trade, but also opportunities in education, for our
wow.
children,
Yeah.
work for ourselves, right? And, being investors and developers ourselves, we know that it's really important to have this backup option, and of course, investing in the right property. And through IPS,
Yeah.
Judith here, we are able to provide a lot of options to potential investors for whatever country, whether it's Portugal, Spain, and Australia.
That's nice. So it's my first time to hear about this, like golden visa. So it really caught my attention. So can any of you like discuss what this is about?
Actually, we're here this trip to promote the Spain Golden Visa, and it is actually much my pleasure to introduce Jesus. So Jesus Hernandez here of GMG is in Philippines at the moment, and the reason why we actually chose to promote Spain through GMG is because of the portfolio, or he calls it the dossier of properties, and it's from commercial to residential, and from the popular cities of Madrid, Barcelona, and also Bilbao. So actually, I would like to introduce Jesus to tell you a little bit more about the Golden Visa in Spain.
Good morning. Yes, my name is Jesus Hernandez, as Judith mentioned, and GMG has been cooperating with IPS and Titan for the Golden Visa in Spain. This is a program that the Spanish government started at the end of 2013. And this program is for non-European investors who want to buy properties in Spain over 500,000 euros in value. And with that, they can obtain the residency for them and for the direct dependents of the investor. Up to December 2021, over 7,400 investors have already obtained the Golden Visa program in Spain.
Wow, that's so nice. So you helped out 500 out of 7,000. That's quite a lot, right? So yeah, so maybe like take us through the process. I'm sure like a lot of Filipinos would want to learn more on how to secure this Golden Visa. So take us through the process.
Okay, well, the process is simple, and as you mentioned, we do have a lot of experience on it, but there are basically 3 steps for it. The first step is you need to buy property. And the good thing about property in Spain is that local and foreigners are totally equal towards property. So you can buy first-hand, second-hand, residential, commercial, industrial, 1 property, 2, 3, but overall, you need to invest 500,000 euros or more in properties. That's the #1 requirement. All properties in Spain are freehold, so that's a big advantage. Okay. Second, you must show a non-criminal record in the last 6 months, so you need to get it here in Philippines. Okay. And the third one is you must have health insurance that you can buy at the moment of application. Usually costs around 50 euros per month. It depends on your age. So those are the 3 steps. And with these 3 steps, the process works like this. You will show all the documentation that we prepare for you here in the Manila Consulate of Spain, and they will give you a 1-year investor visa. In this 1 year, you and your direct dependents, like the spouse and the kids, even your parents if they are dependent, will need to go to Spain once, okay, to do all the biometrics. And then you will first be given a 2 years residence card. And basically here there are 2 options. If you wish to get the passport, then you do need to live in Spain for 2 years. Okay, then after you live 2 years in Spain, you can apply for the Spanish passport, you and everyone that was living in Spain with you, the direct dependents, and you can get the passport. If you are busy right now and you do not want to live or cannot live in Spain right now, then you will get this card that allows you to work in Spain and move freely through the 26 European countries. But you can come back to Philippines, and after 2 years, you will need to go once to renew the card, but this time the card will be 5 years. The only requirement is you still keep the property and you do a new non-criminal record. And then every 5 years, you would need to go once and show both documents, the property deed and the new non-criminal record to keep it. So it's super flexible. You don't need to stay at all. It's a 0 stay in a 5 years period if you are busy.
That's nice. So thanks for the clarification. And yeah, I agree. It's pretty flexible. So I have a question, like in terms of the property. So in the Philippines, like when you buy a property, you have different payment schemes. Is it the same like for properties in Spain? Or is that 500,000 just a one-time thing that you need to pay?
Well, basically, the requirement by the government is that before you start the process of the Golden Visa, you must have invested at least 500,000. So you could pay it in different periods, but until you don't reach this 500,000, you cannot start applying for the golden visa residency.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. That's pretty easy. Now, my question is, why Spain? Maybe you can like highlight the advantages of living in Spain.
Sure. I mean, there are several countries that in Europe that offer the golden visa scheme, but out of these countries, Spain is the largest country in terms of size and in terms of economy. We are the 14th economy in the world. So for an investor, this usually means that if they have an exit strategy of their investment, their return is probably going to be much better than in a smaller country where the economic risk might be bigger. The second one, as I mentioned, is in our country, all properties are freehold, and when you buy and sell, it's no difference if you are a foreigner or a local. So that also makes the exit strategy much easier than in any other country. If you get this golden visa, also in Spain, you can work, you can enjoy the healthcare, public healthcare for free, and if you take your kids can also send the kids to school for free. So those are the same benefits basically that any local national would have. And as I mentioned, it's very flexible. You don't really need to leave if you are busy right now. You could wait until any time where you could spend the 2 years in Spain and you would get the passport. The Spanish passport is ranked 5th in the world in terms of number of countries where you can go later without a visa. So let's say it's a very interesting passport to have. And again, it gives you all the full scope of 26 European countries to move through. So I think there's quite a few advantages.
Yeah, not only a few, a lot of advantages, Jesus. I love it. I love it. So far, I've heard that you actually booked like 50. Sorry about that. I know I mentioned like 500. 50 golden visas, correct? So, what have been the challenges like so far that you've been seeing for Filipinos who are securing this type of visa?
So yes, International Property Settlements has around 50 clients from the Philippines. And actually, the challenges probably is in terms of, I suppose, the budget. In Spain, the minimum investment is 500,000, and in Portugal is 280,000. However, it's not, you're not purchasing a residency. It is actually in an investment. And I think during the pandemic, property investments have surpassed even stocks and shares or, other forms, even bonds in terms of the growth of the asset, the growth of the investment. So property is still a great investment just for diversification of funds, and actually the golden visa is the cherry on the pie. Other than that, I suppose some people may find the paperwork a little bit daunting, but that's why we're here. We're here to take you through each paperwork step by step. It's actually not as daunting as you think, and we have golden visa holders who will hold your hand throughout the steps. And for Portugal, there is a little bit of a waiting time for the immigration department, but we just got report today that they're going to smoothen the process. In Spain, it's pretty fast actually to get the golden visa. And so I would say that once the above has been overcome, the challenges in choosing the investment and all that, leave that up to us. We are property specialists, we have lawyers, we have golden visa holders. We're really well equipped to take you through the whole process beyond the 2 or the 5 years in terms of your process.
That's nice. I love that mindset that you're looking at it as an investment. And then the visa is just a cherry on top. So yeah, that's very true, because I know that I have a lot of viewers who are investors who are looking to like see where to put their money into, like what type of investment vehicle could they actually consider. So this is a very good way to like invest your money and see and benefit from the from the increase in the value of properties later on, right? So like, okay, so in terms of best practices that you can share, are there any tips that you can share with individuals who want to go through the process?
I think one of the essential things in doing this is really being able to talk to someone who understands what your needs are and who can match you with the property that you want. Essentially, what we want are happy clients, and happy clients. How do we do that? It's through going with them through the journey, but the first step is really in identifying the property investment, right? Because after all, the visa is the cherry on the pie, right? Because really what you're investing on is the property. And also because we are not in the country, right? We need the expertise of Judith and Jesus, who are locals or who have local knowledge in these specific countries to give you a sense of, you know, the economic drivers of the area, property valuations, doing the due diligence as well, working with their lawyers to do the due diligence. And also, I also purchased a property in, I'm in the very early stages of the program. I purchased a property in Portugal, and we actually bought the property without going there. So there are several types of clients, right? Others who are quite familiar with the place and who are ready to make the investment because these things change. You know, it's not gonna be, we don't think it's gonna be like this forever. We don't know if the program will be here forever. We don't know if it's gonna look the same in a few months, in a few years. Because I don't know if Judith or Jesus or Claudine has discussed this already, but just this year, there's been a change, let's say, in certain parts of the program. Let's say an example would be just for Portugal. Before, you could invest in certain cities, like in the key cities like Lisbon, Porto, and Algarve, but now you cannot invest anymore in those areas for residential properties. So we don't know if it's gonna have the same thing in a few months or years. Same with Spain. So, you know, really, and Judith has been in the industry for several years. She's seen the program change so much in Australia, and they just make it more difficult for you to come in. So if you ask us, there's no better time to come in. But now it's fairly easy, especially Spain. I mean, if you could relocate for the most part of 2 years, it's really the best program right now. It's so easy, especially for Filipinos. Finally, a benefit for Filipinos, right? Because for other nationalities, it would take 10 years. So 2 years, I guess that's the fastest that I can think of right now. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Judith. I think it's the fastest to citizenship right now.
Completely. I think for Filipinos, it would be the fastest in the world for citizenship in terms of a visa by investment. And certainly Spain is, it is such a secure country to invest in. And as Jesus will guide you through, Jesus and us, the investments themselves, are great. Even if you don't look at the golden visa, we have clients all around the world that buy the investments just for diversification of funds and actually not looking for citizenship. So that's the great thing. We are in Philippines today and tomorrow, but of course we are also available on Zoom. And now that we have the office here, we will be coming back at least monthly. So it will be really nice to meet everyone, and we can take you through the consultation of from choosing the investment to taking you through the process. And also taking you, through not only the initial process, but throughout your journey, and even in selling your investment one day, we would like to take you through that too.
Nice. All right. Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I can add one thing,
Sure.
talking about best times, because of the European, should not say European, the Russia war right now. the euro currency is at the lowest point in 10 years.
Yeah.
So that means probably what you were
And
investing
that changes so fast, Jesus, because when
It
I
does.
purchased mine, it was at the highest.
It does. We are hoping the war will finish soon, right? So right now it's a great time because with the same amount of money, you can, or less, maybe with 10 or 20% less than a year ago, you can buy the same property. And as soon as the Russia war finishes, this is gonna change. So it's a great opportunity now.
Totally agree with you, Jesus. I experienced it because this was just, I was just telling Claudine, the euro is so high, and of course, it changes, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much for bringing that up, no. And thank you for being transparent that there might be some changes later on. So the best time really to start is now. So we will share the links to your sites and how they can book and all of these things, all of these information in the show notes below. So thank you, Judith, Claudine, Jesus, and Teresa for gracing us today with your presence. And yeah, good luck to all of you.
Thank you so much, Ginger. Thank you.
Thank you.